Welcome to another Picks Up video. I know this was supposed to be the seventh one. I know there's a sixth one. Now, if you can find it about my sixth one, because I've been looking for it and I don't know where it is. Either they took it down or whatever it was. I don't think there was anything wrong with it, but I know I had a six pickup video, but this is supposed to be seven, but I don't know. But I got a lot of stuff over the past couple of months, and that's usually how I do it. I buy a bunch of stuff, and then I do a pickup video, not just every week, because I'm not that popular. Just come have fun and make videos and act like an idiot in front of a camera and talk to myself like I'm crazy, but it's better than a therapist. These people are listening. But in the point of that, we have a lot of stuff, and we're gonna start with the small stuff first. Because I'm gonna start with the small stuff first because I just got one of each of these, and no, wait, there's a lot. I went and got a lot of stuff. Uh, oh, it's under the PlayStation. You know what? Let's just do these two first. Okay, so for PlayStation 3, I got Enslaved, which was really cheap, and I just saw it and I said, "This looks really, really good." And just looking at it, it's a platformer, thinking post-apocalypse world, and you play the character named Monkey. And I'm like, your name is Monkey, and and it looks really amazing so far. It's really, really good, and it's really cheap. It only costs like $3 if you're interested in it. I'm a person that if it's a bad game, good game, I don't care. I enjoy playing. I just enjoy playing stuff. So to keep my mind busy. So this is really good. If you want to pick it up, it's like really cheap back. And next, we're gonna get Invista, Invista. It's a kind of a RPG role-playing game. So it's a role-playing game. RPG elements, grinding, beating up stuff. So far I have no idea. I'm trying to get. It's like you need to get clothes, and I'm looking around for clothes, and I'm like, where am I supposed to go? So I looked up a walkthrough, and I'm like, there's like not a lot of videos on this. I don't know. It's like, if you ever heard of this, I mean, it doesn't seem that. I mean, it cost me $5, so probably not as popular, but you ever heard of it? Like, next, when I grew up, this was like a game that I really loved growing up, and it was really cheap. I was like, when I found it, I was like online, I was like, oh, it's really cheap, and that is Sonic 2. I used to love playing this game, and I went and played it, and I remember the first playthrough I went through. I was like playing it a while back. I got really far on the first try, and then the second time, I get to the forest world, and for some reason I think, yeah, I'm gonna jump that sucker. Never do. Hit the water, and you're like struggling trying to get air and bubbles and trying to find your way and get more time and stuff like that. And it's just like, no. But it is a really good classic game, and Sonic is. I used to love like. I think I played Sonic more than Mario, and I'm probably gonna have like a lot of like boos and saying like, why is Mario? I was like, well, I grew up with Sonic. And, I mean, I did play. Yeah, I did play Super Mario. I played all the Mario's, but I did grow up playing Sonic a lot because I think that's all the system we had at the time. So it was like, okay. Uh, this is the only thing I got for this. Madden. Really big fan of football. We love playing football. I play as the Chargers all the time. Woo woo. My sister plays as the Raiders. She loves the Raiders or whatever. So it's usually the Raiders versus the Chargers that go on all the time. That's what we play as, and whoever else with us, that's what we do. It's like, you want to play either on the Raiders side or the Chargers side, doesn't matter. That's what we do. Raiders or Chargers. Next, I got a well, I was like sick of using the controllers that they gave me, so I went and got just a regular Super Nintendo controller, and because I wanted to play the games I got, and it's pretty good. It's just I always remind this look like a thing out of the movie Tron, if you ever heard of that. it every time it always reminded me of that, and that's what I would use them for. So next on our list is, let's just do these first. Okay, just because it's a Super Tin. Okay, Tin Star. I love the shit out of this game. I love it. When I grew up, when I got this game, I loved it. I always been a fan of like westerns and stuff like that. But when I played this, I thought this was the awesomest thing ever. And for a while back, I was like, "What is this thing called?" I was looking up NES, Super NES Western games, and I was looking, and then it just Tin Star, and I was like, and then I was like wondering what it was, and I saw it. I was like, this is what it is, and I love the shit out. I still love it. Sorry if it's blurry, but we're trying our best. But Tin Star, really good. Now these are a bunch of games I grew up playing, and I only got a little bit. I only got like 3, but Tasmanian Devil. I remember playing this a while back. I don't remember how far. I remember I would get up to the point where I guess. It's been a while, but just remember playing this and going up to the part where I guess the Tasmanian Devil's wife or the girlfriend, this girl that loved to kiss him and stuff like that. And that's as far as I got, and I've never actually got far. I haven't tried it in a while. I have to go back and play it, but it doesn't want to work all the time. This is a game that I remember I've probably the first game I ever beat in my life. And I remember just listening. We would just sit there and play it and listening to music. A lot of country music. My dad listened to a lot of country music, so we would listen to a lot of country music and playing Speedy Gonzales and listening to country music. And I just remember that. I just remember for some reason in the snow level and the big giant furry. I just like when I popped it in, I just was like, I remember everything about this game. It's one of those games that you'll never forget. It's such an amazing game, and I love it. I love it to death. It's just like, this is so awesome. And I'm like, yeah, I love that. Next, let's do this. Okay, so I usually do this. I will go out and buy, like, when I buy a system, before I buy the system, because systems are kind of expensive, and yeah. So I will go out and I will go buy the games in advance. I will look up which ones I want to play in advance, and I say, okay, I know exactly what I want. So when I get the system, I have the games I want to play, so I'm ready. And these are a couple of the games. I only got like 3 of them, and because when I went there, I wanted to. Well, you understand. I mean, when I went there, they didn't have this one, or they did have it, and then I was stupid enough not to grab it. And then every time I get there, they don't have it. I'm like, oh, I'm so stupid. But the first one is, and probably a lot of people don't like it, but I want to try it. And that is the Order 1800. And what I saw of it and how it looked is, it plays out as a movie because it's in a widescreen form. And what I saw was like, this is so beautiful. I have to play this. And I'm probably sure a lot of people are like, no, it's not that good because it's like 6 hours long. I'm like, I don't care. I got the game for like $10. I don't care. For $10, okay, if you can pick it up for $10, go for it. If it's $10, it's worth 6 hours for $10 because you didn't spend $60 on a full price game. I spent $10 on it, and I'm ready to play it soon. Probably next month I'll buy it. Next is Killzone Shadow Falls. I've been a big fan of the Killzone series. Always like them. Very challenging games and stuff like that. And they are very challenging. You have to think about your movements of how you survive because there's not a lot of checkpoints in a lot of them. So you have to think and actually survive and go right through everything and go, okay, you gotta think because if you mess up, you have to go start all the way back, and it usually was always really far. So you have to like strategize and think and like, okay, I gotta go this way, I gotta go this way, I gotta go this way. I have to make sure everything's right. So I'm looking forward to playing and going, okay. Next is Knack. I don't know, whatever it is. It was cheap, so I went and bought it. All these cost me like $30 for 3 games, $10. But it looks kind of cool looking, and I was like, I'm a person that's like, because I have an Xbox One, but it's at my sister's house. So it's just like, I was like, I only want exclusive to only PlayStation. And like for GameCube, if it's like for Xbox One. If it's like on both consoles, I'll probably get it for Xbox One. But I was like, I'm a person that wants it. This is like I'm serious. That I just want all whatever games are on there. I was like on just the PlayStation 4, and I go okay. But I don't know. I'm waiting to see. Next, uh, what's small? Okay, well, let's do some GameCube. Yeah, so I got a GameCube, and I was so excited to get a GameCube. I wanted to play the Twin Snakes, Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, which I have, and I'm playing it right now. But every time I try to capture footage, uh, it always messed up. Maybe I'll cut it in later when I'm editing stuff and show some game footage and say, okay, I have it. So probably at the end, I'm gonna show you the Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. I mean, I don't have a case for it and stuff like that. I will show you the case, but I will play it short. But what I got for it is uh, Shadow the Hedgehog. I haven't played it. Oh no, I already showed that one. I haven't played it yet. Because I just barely got my GameCube. Well, technically, okay, the GameCube doesn't work, so I literally had to go out and I traded in like 5 games, bunch of RPG games. Trade in RPG games. You get a lot of money for RPG games, and I got a Wii for free, so I'm playing it on my Wii. Let's see this is my X GameCube. Doesn't work, but it looks cool in the collection. And take a picture of it saying all the system I have. It looks really cool. So this is part of the collection. Okay, but yeah, for GameCube, for GameCube, I got Shadow the Hedgehog. I haven't played any of these. I have not played Shadow the Hedgehog. Next, Super. Sorry, I'm gonna have to cut around this. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I had to cut it really fast because the phone was going off. So, Super Monkey Ball 2. I haven't played it. Don't know anything about it. I just got it because like I wanted a bunch of GameCube games. So, bam. Harry Potter and the Prison of Azkaban. Uh, I always been a big fan of the Harry Potter series. And then I kind of after I watched it all, I kind of grew out of it, and they're really good movies and books. They're really amazing, and I just kind of faded out of it. I was like, no, I was out of that time, and I'm like, yeah. But I have no idea. I don't know. I haven't played this game. I've seen the movies, and I'm like, okay, but I don't know what it's about. For use 4 blocks, so I don't know what it's about. I'll get to it eventually. Next, 5. What is? Oh shit. Let's do these. Super N64. Pacific oops. Perfect, not Pacific. Perfect Darkness. Okay. So far pretty good. Uh W WWF Warzone. Pretty good. I love the customization. Really horrible graphics, but really cool looking stuff. And it's just like, whoa. It's funny like customizing your character and putting them like super fit, really huge. It was just funny looking at creating a blob character. I was like, that's so funny. But it's alright. I'm not sure if I showed this one. I was like, look into it. So I'm like, did I show this? But no. And that is Body Harvest. Body Harvest is a kind of a like an open world. You're pretty much time traveling through different times of the period of the world, and you're destroying off all this alien invasion. And when I saw this, the Hook Down, I was so excited. I was like, I have to get in this. And I wanted to. This was like one of the games. This is like the game I wanted to play. So I went and bought an N64, and I'm like, and it's so awesome to get one. And it was just like, whoa. F-Zero X. This thing is heavy for a cartridge like this. A lot of these are like very light. Like this one's very light. This one's really heavy. I'm like, dude, this is a heavy ass cartridge. But I think it's because of the effects and stuff like that, and it's just an amazing the F-Zero game. Sadly, there's not that many F-Zero games. It's like 3 or 4 or 5, but they're amazing racing games. I'm like, dude, F-Zero is awesome. I have to get the first one for an N64. I mean, Super Nintendo. It's not that much. I think it's gonna cost me like what, $10, $11. But this would cost me $15. And I was like, I want to play it for $15. I'm a kind of a person. It's like if it's an old game, I'm trying to find a good copy of Earthbound. That's what I really want. And there's this thing. It's called the uncut version, and it's like $60. So I'm like, yeah. If I can go, I mean, there's these places. I gotta go to Camarillo and see these places and say, okay, I'm trying to find N64, but this is a really good racing game. Pick it up if you can. It's really cheap. Next is Madden 64. Kind of an interesting thing. Kind of interesting play that Madden on N64 controller. Kind of interesting, but this is the start of 3 dimensions, 3D graphics, and I don't judge graphics. I don't care if it's good. I'll play it. If it looks interesting, I will play it. But it looks pretty good. Okay, now that we got those. Oh shit, we're up to 16 minutes. Sorry if this is taking long and stuff. Might have to cut around and stuff like that. Next, Ninja Gaiden. Kind of a challenging game, but all the Ninja Gaidens are challenging. I mean, I played the original and I downloaded it, and oh yeah, it's pretty tough. Ninja Gaiden. Next is, sorry, I'm looking for everything. Next is New Legends. No, not New Lands. New Legends. I have no idea what this is. It just looked really cool, and I was like, I wanted to pick it up and see what it's about. Sadly, I cannot play it on my Xbox. Sad. I'm like, oh. I have no idea how much I spent on this. There was like a big fat bundle I spent on it, and you're kind of like, yeah, there's certain game Xbox games you can play on your 360. Some no. Next, I always thought if it was only on Xbox it would work. So I went and got Superman Man of Steel, and does not work. It does not play on my Xbox One. So I might have to just go out and get an Xbox. I've seen Xboxes at the stores really cheap, so I might just pick one up before I could try some of the games on there. They don't work. Next one is Crimson Skull, which is so awesome. When I played it, I thought it was so cool. And it's kind of a 1940s, 1930s kind of, airplane shooter with this amazing story, and it is so amazing. I haven't actually started all of it, but as much as I played, it looks really good. The only thing I suck at is trying to get the thing landing into the blimp every time you go into a mission. That's my only problem. Like I was like, ugh. I kept circling around and going too far and trying to get it to go inside the thing. That was like the only challenge ever, but it is really cool, and I say go for it. Next are kind of bundle packs. They're like games in with each other, and this one is Star Wars: The Clone Wars and Tetris. Tetris, and it's like $5, and the game's not even in. I have like so many games. I wonder. Wait, I wonder if they're over here. No, no, no. I don't know where it is. I have no idea where it is. It's around here somewhere. It's all this junk I have. Is it here? There's some Hunger Games. A bunch of copies of Hunger Games. I have no idea where it is. Is this one in here? Yeah, okay. And then a second one I have is pretty good. This is Saga C 2002 and Jet Set Radio Future, which is kind of a very funky style, you know, style game. And I'm like, this is like a skater, and it's pretty cool, very colorful. I'll give it that. I don't have any water. Okay, next. Oh my god, I have a lot of stuff. That's a big fat pot. Next, I have. We're gonna go to Wii now. And for Wii, I have Super Smash Brothers Brawl. Okay, pretty good fighting game. I played the original Melee. I don't know. I have to go pick it up because I got a GameCube now. I'm like, okay, I'll go pick up Melee. I mean, I think I could have picked it up at any time, but $25. This is like $25. I spent $25 on it, but it's a really good. I haven't played the story mode yet. I should play the story mode. It's just I'm so busy and I'm working. I've been working nonstop, so this is like my last weekend of off, and then I'm gonna be working nonstop. So yeah. GoldenEye, which is okay so far. I haven't got really into it. I was just testing it out, and so far so good. First person shooter, GoldenEye. If you're expecting the other one, nope, this is it. Next, Transformers. Dark Side of the Moon. I have no idea. I can't get this thing to work. It's like really, really bad. I can't even get that thing to work. I have a copy of Ghostbusters, but I don't know what it is, where it is. But it's just the Ghostbusters for Wii. The game doesn't have a case. I don't know where it is, but I got a case. Doesn't count. I know. Wii Sports Resort. I was so happy when I found this because I wanted to play the archery, just the archery side of it, and when I saw it, I was like, yeah. And I spent $3 on it. But it was so cool when I saw it. I was like, oh. Next. I haven't opened this yet. It's like $5. Got this at Fry's. You get pretty good. And Takken and Guardians of the Gross. I have no idea what this is. Play mini games, dude. They got that thing called Zumba. This my girlfriend, or I think we're kind of pissed off because we're kind of ruined her birthday. She loves Zumba, and we would sit there and play Zumba. Zumba. It's a really cool game. It's like, I mean, it's like a thinking game and stuff like that. Next, the biggest thing ever. Here we go. We're just gonna go through these briefly. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. Was a fan of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. I haven't played the fifth one yet, so I don't know. Maybe it's like it took forever to get the fifth one, but we played number 1 and 2 on PlayStation. It was so awesome. I never played 3 or 4. I never played this one. I just picked it up because they were all really, really cheap, and it cost me like $30 for like a shitload of games. Next, Time Crisis 3. Does it have a disc? There's a cover. I didn't know it. And like sometimes I'll check in there, but then sometimes like, no, they don't let you check it. And they're like, okay, it's as is, which is kind of a dick move. That it's like you cannot check the game sometimes. It's like, well, we want to see what we're getting. We're just like, oh yeah, we're gonna spend $4 for just a case. No. This is Bully, and it's not in this. In my PlayStation 2. Bully. My sister loved this game, the shit out of it, and I forgot that she was down here. And I just said, dude, I got Bully for you. It's by Rockstar, and the people that created Rockstar, and it's an open world school ground, but you're a school student, so it's aimed at teens, so it's not as violent. But I mean, you can get really violent and kick the shit out of them and hurt them and stuff like that. Next, now this one, I thought it was Hit and Run when I got it. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot what it was. I thought Road Rage was Hit and Run, and so when I picked it up, I was like, oh, this is Road Rage. I didn't know which one it was because I remember playing Hit and Run and thinking that's an awesome game, and it's like, yeah, that's awesome game. And so that's what I thought it was, but this is amazing. It's Hit and Run, and it's really, really cool. I love it. And they had like a bunch of copies of this. And then a bunch of copies of this, and I'm like, yeah, I'll pick it up. It's really cool. Next, it's really fun. It's a next. Both of these together because they go with each other. I got the Mega Man collection. Now I was like, why would you just go out and buy the collection? This is actually cheaper, and it comes with instead of going out and buying, the Mega Man games are expensive on NES. It's like, yeah, slap it in one disc, $10. I know it's like awesome to have, like, yeah, I would have the card. Maybe someday I'll have them, but they're right here, dude. All right here, all original, all eight games are on here. So that's including 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and all 6 with the original NES. Then the one on Super Nintendo. Then the one on PlayStation 1. And then I got Mega Man X, which is all the Super Nintendo games and stuff like that. So I got all those. You know, total I think I spent $15-16 for both versions. It's like not bad. For like $20 you get how many's on this? This is you get all 7 games on this one. And then you get 10 games on this one because like I think 2 of them are unlockable. I'm out of breath. It's really good. It's challenging. It's like Mega Man is challenging. Luckily, this one has a save system, so once you beat a level, one of the whatever one you choose, it automatically saves it instead of just sitting there and memorizing it. But that's the thing about it's like the NES. It's like it challenges you and lets you know it. And oh yeah, the Mega Man games are there to kick your ass no matter what. I'll give it that. Next, I have been a big fan of Fairly Odd Parents, and I love the show. And I went and picked this up, and I was like, Fairly Odd Parents. I love the show, and it's really amazing. I haven't played it yet, but I love Fairly Odd Parents. I picked it up. Next, Ratchet and Clank. So I got this for $2, and I'm like, this is so cool. And I have to play the really. A friend of mine, we were sitting there talking, and she was like, "Have you played Ratchet and Clank, the new one?" I'm like, "No, I want to play it. I played the original." And then I'm like, "No, but I want to play it." So I'm like so excited to say it. And I haven't seen her in a while. I think I'll probably see her. Hopefully, I'll see her next Saturday. Talk to her about stuff. Next, Ready to Rumble Boxing 2. This game is pretty funny, which is like the fucked up element of it is like you get to kick the shit out of Michael Jackson. Think about a boxing game where you get to kick your shit at, beat up Michael Jackson. I thought that was so awesome. When I got up to Michael Jackson, I literally lost the first time kicking his ass, and then the second time, like boom, I kicked Michael Jackson. And my mom made fun of me. It's like you got beat up by Michael Jackson. I'm like, dude, that's like, I didn't know, cause it just I'm at it. It's like he popped up and I'm like, "Aaron, you ready to fight?" I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta fight Michael Jackson. I'm like, that is the awesomest thing ever. I mean, where it's like you can see him like on the back. It's like, and I didn't know any. I think I've heard of this game, but I don't know anything about it. But yeah, it's like there's Michael Jackson right there. It's like, yeah, you get to fight as the king of pop. And I thought that is so crazy that you get to fight Michael Jackson. That is amazing. It's like the guy did amazing music. I love his music, but beat the shit out of him. That's it. Last but not least, about this 30-some minute. Madagascar. I remember the first time I watched this, I was in. I think I was a junior, and when I saw the movie in high school, I was like, it was pretty catchy. And I saw 1, 2. I've seen bits and parts of 3. I've never actually sat and watched 3. I saw the Penguins a bit. I was like a big fat fan of the Penguins, and I was like, they were like secret spies, and I was like a senior in high school, and I was still watching the Penguins of Madagascar, which was so cool. I was like, that's so cool. Well, that is my collection over the past, what, 3 months? So, this big fat collection of 3 months. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. Okay, bye.